Life won't let you be no Indian giver, and I say that just to tell you that you never get the present back. Hope you use your intellect, hope you don't spend it selling crack. Hope you ain't up on the internet typing what you would never speak out, hoping to get respect. It don't work like that, if it do, we should get it checked. Some rappers work like that, and them niggas be getting checks. I'm interjecting, I hope they feel disrespect that I saw they vid, and I'd rather my cable be disconnected. I'm a hard drive to the game, I save it. Whole life been hard like pavement. Tryna be 24 years old with a little stock in a nice house, no payment. Tryna be the one song that'll touch your soul if it ain't nothing on your playlist. Tryna win in this game, I hate the player, homie, you skip Bayless. This game they said it was hard to blow, but homie, you sure is. Don't get comfortable with no record deal, I be comfortable as the florist, man. Not too many no Morris, man. Not too many no Morris, those that do know he'll be him and say he need a grave in the florist chorus. God been doing surgery on me, no anesthesia though. Feeling every little thing, but pain is what we need to grow. So I know when he stitch me back, a nigga might be breathing slow, but I never be frontin' for any type of reason, no. That's why new money goes so well with an old soul. Won't be splurging, impressing other niggas' old hoes, or changing up like niggas used to try their freshman year. New opportunities won't never feel no old hoes, bruh. You still who you was, money won't change that there. Some of the lamest niggas that I met was millionaires, thinking that they could buy some heart, nobody real in here. Really was worse as you believe them, ain't no feeling here. So I packed up all my things, my notebook at the thesaurus. Moved up to a king like my state, left all the doubts in my storage, homie. Not too many no Morris, not too many no Morris. Those that do know he'll be him until he need a grave in the florist chorus. Yeah.
I'ma just record straight into the third verse. That's the only one that's done anyway.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I never wanna be one of those artists feeling empty by a chain of flaunting. Tan like I changed the world, I'm thinking about adding diamonds on it. Even though I feel rewarded, I know that I can't afford it. Don't change the fact that I bought it, don't pay my taxes, they audit though. Now what's important is only what gets imported. Used to reveal my memories, touch my soul, I record it. How I get to the point I became what I would despise. It's the voice in back of my mind, I don't be trying to ignore it, but that money, that fame, that dream made the voice of God so distorted. Harder to hear my purpose with that mercy, Lago horses right next to me, plus these Porsches. These women beautiful, gorgeous, they hotter than flaming torches. I'm trying my best, I promise, but competing with all these forces. Life lesson in torture, wanna graduate from my past, but almost too scared for new courses. Not too many no Morris, not too many no Morris. Those that do know he'll be him until he need a grave in the florist chorus. Yeah. If my favorite artist asks me what you wanna call a house, hold that, just give me the inspiration you had starting out. Cause all my favorites losing it, I wonder what that's all about. Hope it ain't paper, you touch souls, that's worth more than y'all accounts. And that's real, yeah, and that's real, my nigga, yeah, and that's real, for real. Some of the music that you made helped us wash away the pain, and that's real.
And we're live. You're on mute because you're awful.
Yeah. I didn't realize how good I did that last week. It was dead on. Until I watched the VOD.
It was so good. It was so good.
Oh,
Hello.
boy, zoomed in again. Oh my god.
Hello. What? Yeah, Colin. I can't do anything about it. What do you want me
What
to
do you
do?
mean you can't do anything about it?
I can't do anything.
You're using
about it.
like 10% of my webcam space.
I,
You guys may not know it, but there's a counter over there.
there is.
There's actually room all the way over there for a counter. All the way over there.
I need to figure out what I need to do. Okay, next week, just send everyone that's watching, send me some tweets next week to remind me to zoom Colin out. He has to destroy fun in a smaller space. We can't be zoomed up listening to him destroy fun.
Now I'm trying to position myself way away from my desk.
You can't have that. You
3
can't be
arms lengths away.
You can't be uncomfortable while you're destroying fun. I know.
3
how it
arm
feels.
lengths away.
So, yeah, what's up, folks? Frag Logic episode number 91. Joined by my good friend, Colin, a.k.a. Stylist. I did it the other way this time.
Hey, you did.
Yeah.
That's good, because
I thought you'd feel better.
most people don't call me Skyless. Believe
Yeah,
it or
I know. So today we got a lot of stuff that we're talking about. Let's see. A lot of little things, Colin, but I feel like they're all, like, we got a lot of big announcements.
They're like lots of little interesting things.
Yeah.
Like, really interesting things, but they aren't like 30-minute talking points.
Right. So we could we could probably make
It's
some
an
of them that long, but
it's a news recap show.
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
yes. So we got the weekend gaming, which we're going to start out with. Games Colin and I played over the weekend. Twitch stuff. Changed up their dress code. You guys won't see me taking off my shirt anytime soon. Titanfall update came out. I think this is pretty big, and I think this is probably where I think we're going to spend the most time is on the Xbox One price drop, because I fucking called that shit. I called it. I said the exact same price too. $50 cheaper. But it's a little too late, motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that. Star Wars Battlefront.
This one surprised me, and I'm excited.
Woo-hoo!
I think I said before I thought it was 2016,
Yes.
but we'll talk about that soon.
Tense, what's up? Halo Master Chief Collection Forge reveal. We got that video. Was that today? It was actually today or yesterday?
It was this morning.
Morning? Okay. And then you got Marvel Phase 3, all that stuff for movies. I think we're probably going to have to cut off the show if we're going to talk about that. Did you want to show that?
There's not much to show, though.
I guess.
We probably do it without.
Okay. All right.
Like,
Well,
there's the trailer that leaked, but it's all reused footage, so.
yeah. So, I mean, we could talk about that stuff. We'll keep it on the show. And for those of you guys on YouTube, sorry about that. Like, but once we get the movies, like, I don't want to get slapped by YouTube on these, so that's why we cut it off at the end. If you were here live, I mean, we could.
Or you just go to our Twitch channel and watch the movies that way. At the very end.
That's an inconvenience, though. Why you gotta do that? Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Just gonna talk about it a little bit. Some other announcement, Metacritic scores. This is a really interesting. I pulled in right at the end.
Yeah, I didn't even finish reading it. I'm trying to, be interesting to see what people's thoughts are.
Yeah. So, weekend gaming. This weekend I was actually gone. I was in Orlando, Florida. We had a Fortnite event out there. Rabbit Tricks was actually there, Colin. It was funny because Will had some words for him right when he came in, and we had a little laugh. But he left, like he just bounced. He was like, "I'm out later."
Just bounced.
He didn't even talk. Like, I thought it was rude. He was rude, man. Just fuck you guys. I'm out.
Except he didn't actually say that. He just
No,
bounced.
he didn't. He was like, "Later, guys. I enjoyed myself. Had a good time." But secretly, he was thinking, "Fuck you guys. I'm out." So yeah, I did that this weekend. Played some Fortnite, obviously. Met a lot of new faces. Actually met the gamer 2323. I don't know. Some of you guys might follow him on YouTube. He's a Sony guy. Actually, he played Gears too, so he played some Gears 1. I met him, talked to him quite a bit. He's like at 40,000 or so subscribers, like has a rabid fan base, makes some very, very good videos. And I told him that, I had saw one of our subs, Erica for the Wins, had, I think you might have had a couple conversations with her. She had retweeted one of his videos like 4 or 5 weeks ago, maybe even longer than that. And I happened to look at it and I was like, man, this dude is fucking hilarious. What's up, Cho Keller? Koopa, what up, everybody? But I was like, this dude is hilarious. Watch some of his videos, man. I'm in love with him, dude. Like, just funny with the videos. I'm in love with the videos.
I was making sure your door was closed. Or Chrissy's like, hold up.
I know. I realized I saw your face and I said, I'm in love with them, not him. I'm in love with the videos. So yeah. I mean, he has some really good stuff. It's excellent content. So yeah, I hung out with a lot of those people. Saw John Wick over the weekend.
It's nice. It's still on my list.
Colin, listen, everything that we imagined. And those of you guys that remember when we showed the trailer on the show, it was maybe like 3 weeks ago. I think it was like right after the same week the trailer came out.
Yeah.
But dude, amazing. Like, I mean, it's not like an amazing, like you're gonna be. It's gonna make you wonder about the world. Like it's
just a '90s action movie, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's everything that you want in a Keanu Reeves action movie. From basically, Colin, from the '90s. It's great.
It's Die Hard. Yeah.
Played some Destiny. We did our last raid before the update.
Yeah, we struggled too. It was a struggle.
It's just bad. We weren't even playing on hard, which is
just awful. Just awful deaths.
The week before we beat it we walked in there, whooped his ass in like 8 minutes.
We had a couple guys on like new accounts or not new accounts, but lower level accounts, which didn't help.
Just weird. Played some Terra Battle, and that's it for me.
Yep, I got Dota, Destiny, Terra Battle, which we talked about last week, iOS game, and I actually played Titanfall last night. We'll talk about it here in a little bit about the new update. I was mostly just playing Checkout Ranked, since that's my thing. we keep asking for rank play in all these games, so if I didn't go back to the game and play it, I feel like I'd be an asshole, So went and checked it out.
I gotta download and play it. I'll probably do that this week so I can talk about it myself.
Yeah. And then also, I agonized last night over my FanDuel match with the GAL community. That's a fantasy football league type website. Just barely came up short. Who would have thought that Rodgers would only hit Jordy Nelson once all night? Who would have thought?
Wait, so before you even get started,
who would have
those
thought?
of you guys that don't know, I'm a Cowboys fan.
I felt so bad. So going into Monday Night Football, which was Cowboys-Redskins, it was me and Chica from the Gears community, for those who know her. She was 10 points behind, and she had Romo playing. So I needed Romo to not do shit, basically. So I was like, I need Romo to have a bad night. And then after he got a touchdown, it was like neck and neck. And I was like, man, I just need Romo to get hurt real quick. And then I'll be able to coast along to the victory from my $14 or whatever, $12. So I said that in a chat with a bunch of people. And then like within the next 5 minutes, Romo got hurt. But it didn't matter because he already got one more completion, and that was enough. So Romo got hurt because of me, and I didn't even win. It was a double whammy.
Anyway, so let's not look. For those of you guys who don't know, it's been an agonizing last like fucking 10 years with the Cowboys for me. Just maybe even longer than 15 years. Agonizing 15 years. And I'm just waiting for the collapse. I feel like we got a glimpse. It's about to start, man. Brian got hurt. It's like, or Jordan. Was it Jordan? Somebody got hurt. Romo got hurt. And I'm waiting. 8-8 finish.
I didn't even watch the game. I was just watching the feed.
8-8 finish.
Because we were doing our Titanfall raid.
8-8
or our
playoff
Destiny
team.
raid. Anyways, that was my weekend.
So yeah, we're not even gonna talk about it because it just makes me upset. First thing, Colin, Twitch changing up that dress code. That dress code, Colin. Our boy
Duly noted.
Nick Merckx can't take off that shirt anymore. So I'm gonna just read what it says. And this is in their rules of conduct or something like that. I think is
Code
what
of
it's
conduct.
at.
Yeah.
Code of conduct. Dress appropriately. Nerds are sexy, and you're all magnificent, beautiful creatures. But let's try and keep this about the games, shall we? Wearing no clothing or sexually suggestive clothing, including lingerie, swimsuits, pasties, and undergarments, is prohibited, as well as any full nude torsos, which applies to both male and female broadcasters. You may have a great six-pack, but that's better shared on the beach during a 2-on-2 volleyball game blasting, playing with the boys.
That was a Top Gun reference.
Top Gun.
They had a link to the Top Gun scene. Yeah.
We'll sell t-shirts, and those are always acceptable. Kappa. So,
Yeah.
question is...
So this is a result of all of the mostly female streamers who have been streaming games where it's really just about their camera.
But Nick Merckx got that slap down.
But there's also quite a few male streamers that stream without their shirt on pretty frequently.
I just sent Nick a text. You got that slap down, boy. Put your shirt on. Oh man, I just sent Nick a text. I'm gonna do that. I didn't even know about this because I think I was coming in Monday, and that's when they changed the rule yesterday. So I was probably on a flight back or just wasn't paying attention. I was kind of unplugged yesterday after having that busy weekend. But that's an interesting rule. I was actually wondering if it was going to go into effect, considering the amount of backlash and harassment I think some of the girls face, especially the ones that are pretty blatant about it, right? Like, camera is fixated like so, and shirts are pulled down like so.
But those are still okay though.
But
by
those
the
are still
rules.
okay. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out where the camera is pointing.
Yeah.
It ain't pointing on that.
But the thing is,
you ain't worried about anybody
but
talking.
the whole screen's like that, and then over in the corner where we have our Razer logo is the gameplay. It's like, all right, clearly this is going the wrong direction.
Right. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, it was a couple people that were pretty obnoxious about it. We can all be real about that, but I don't think it's going to change too much for the cleavage bustiness that we saw with some of those other folks. So, whatever.
It's just people skirting the line, like always.
Yeah.
Every time there's a dress code rule anywhere, it's going to be everyone's skirting the line.
Yeah,
And
wait.
someone has to enforce it every time. So
Shorts, skirts at the fingertips, right, Colin?
yeah, right.
Oh man.
Said you do this.
Yeah, right. You're like, put your shoulders up. Okay, yeah, look. Ridiculousness. So, yeah, that was a quick thing. Wanted to mention that because I thought, hey, why not? We're on Twitch, shows on Twitch. Might as well talk about it. Am I streaming in Destiny or gaming talk shows?
Gaming talk shows.
Okay, good. Titanfall update. Colin, this is all you, man. I got questions for you. Hopefully you have answers.
So I didn't play the Horde mode. I did watch some videos. Let me grab the Titanfall update link.
What is it? What update is this? 6?
7 or 8?
I thought it was
It's 8.
6. Oh, shit.
Game update 8. Frontier Defense.
All right.
Pop that in chat. The two big things for the update are Frontier Defense, which is a Horde mode, and Ranked Play. The Horde mode seems kind of standard fare. It's like 5 different levels of waves, or 6 levels depending on the map, I think.
Okay.
And then you get gold star ratings 1 through 3 based on performance. The dude that I was watching stream it looked really easy. It looked actually super easy. Because once you get your Titan, you just sit there with a chain gun and mow everything down. And it's not particularly difficult from what I could tell. But maybe the map they were playing was really easy. And like maybe a map like Rise is super difficult because it's so tight and there's not much time to react. They were playing on Overgrowth or Overrun. I can't remember what it's called. The larger map. So it seemed okay. The player count for it was higher than attrition when I was playing yesterday, which is another thing they added. Is you can actually see the player count by playlist now. So the player count for that was higher than attrition, which really falls right in line with what we know about Gears in terms of Horde mode. Always was about the same or higher than TDM.
Yep.
So seems like they have already captured an audience for that, and I think that would kind of indicate they met their goals. The one thing is it wasn't hacked in any way. Like, this was like straight up. They had proper UI for it. They had call outs. They had voice stuff. They had like everything set up completely set. It wasn't like they just hacked in a mode, you know?
You can tell they've been working on it.
Yeah. I mean, they even had like the specters, their suicide specters are like red with effects and shit.
Yeah.
So they did work, which kind of falls into the rank play stuff, which launched. They're calling it a beta, which I really just wish they would quit doing this. The game's been out for almost a year, and you're going to release features in beta when you have a small player base. Like, they have, with the numbers on Xbox, they had like 10 to 15,000 players when I logged on. I think it was like more towards 10 when I was playing.
Okay.
So now we can tell that number. So anyways, they launched in beta. Only G10 players currently are in, and then they can invite up to 5 people. So I had Mitch pull me in since I'm still a G5 and I refused to upgrade when we played. And it's actually pretty cool how they fictionalize it, because usually like you just have a number tacked onto the UI and that's how they handle it.
Yeah.
But they give you a little, you open your mailbox and it's like, you got mail. Here's a rank chip. You can install this rank chip to track your progress and blah, 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 blah. But then you can also turn it off. So it actually replaces the G1 through 10 chips that you'd have on your player card. And now instead you have a rank chip that's there, which changes and indicates who in the lobby is playing ranked, essentially. Since there's no ranked playlist, it's all the modes are ranked. So that's all in. And then in the lower left-hand corner, you'll actually see your progress towards your next rank while you're playing the match. So like where it used to say IMC or blankety blank in the corner, now it's like, it's got all the things, the markings and everything. It tells you when you level. It tells you when you met all your goals for the level. The performance is measured individually, so they don't do the win-loss type approach that Halo does. It's individual performance. And then they have a bunch of metrics for like fly caps give this much, kills give this much, deaths go down this much, and so on and so forth. Once you score a certain amount of points, you get a battle mark, and then you get like 5 or 6 battle marks, and you go to the next rank. You can lose battle marks, but you can't lose ranks, I believe. So if you get to like silver 4, then you would need 5 battle marks to get to silver 5. And then if you, for whatever reason, sucked, you could have theoretically go back to the very beginning, but you still have to, you wouldn't lose your rank.
Right.
And then at the end of the month, they're resetting ranks every time. So there's a different season every month.
Okay. That sounds pretty good.
It was pretty easy. Like, we burnt through the silver division, which is bronze and silver, and then that was when I stopped playing. It goes gold, platinum, diamond. It kind of sucked though, because like we were beaten up on some platinum and diamond dudes.
I was gonna say, how is the quality
But
of player?
it didn't tie into anything, right? Like, because we were beating higher ranked players, didn't have any effect on anything, because it's just a flat point value that you get for getting kills or capturing a flag. So like, as far as I can tell, it doesn't affect the matchmaking at all. Because we were 3 bronzes and it matched us with diamonds and platinum people. So apparently it's still using whatever skill ranking thing it was using in the background anyways.
Right.
And in the end, like, yeah, it matched us with, Koopa says he's diamond tier 1 now. He was playing with me and Tense.
Okay.
So yeah, like in the end, it didn't seem like it was matching us any differently. We didn't get any more points for killing platinum or diamond players. One cool thing though is that at the end of the match, you actually can hit. So you know how it would show your stats, so you can go over to the scoreboard or whatever. You can also hit right bumper, and it'll show skill, and it'll show your skill rating for the match compared to everyone else in the match for that game. So basically, it's like a separate score thing showing how much you progress versus other players.
Okay.
Which is pretty nice being able to kind of compare at the end of the match with your friends or against the enemies. Yeah. So I mean, in the end, like, it's all the way they fictionalized it and looped it into all the rest of the stuff. I think was really cool. I just wish that the matchmaking was more proactive about matching you with people around the rank.
Well, it doesn't sound like it matters anyway, because I don't think there's anybody. Even
There's
the
not a
people
lot of
that are
people
still playing, yeah, it's like not the upper echelon of people are like gone.
We got matches pretty quick though.
That's good.
for
That's
what it's
good.
worth.
So you said there's about 15,000 people playing, right?
Yeah, there was 400 to 600 in CTF when we were playing. And then it shows how many in your region as well, so you can kind of narrow it down a bit, and it'll show like how many people you might get matched with. I'm on like a 27 game win streak going back to when I played like a month or so ago. So haven't really had any challenges. The one time we joined in progress, we were down 2 caps with like 2 minutes to go in the first half, and we still stopped them 6-2. So I haven't really had a competitive match on Titanfall in a while.
That's not going to happen anytime soon, brother.
Probably not.
So yeah, well, that sounds disappointing. I guess what I wanted to hear more about, I mean, I wanted to hear a lot about the rank, but I also wanted to hear equally as much about the horde mode experience, which sounds very, very standard. Everything is just a little late, just a little bit. If this would have came maybe during the summer, I would have been a little. Well, actually, let me take.
It's all too late. It's all too late.
I wouldn't have even been able to play during the summer because I didn't have my Xbox for like until July, middle of July. So
they need to get some of the stuff in like a month or 2 after the game came out. Like they also released customization for burn cards in private matches, which is something we struggled with for a while on game battles. Was people for a while before they banned it, it was people using Titan cards. Then there was people using cards you couldn't tell they were using, and it's just like this sucks. And then we told Respawn, everyone communicated to Respawn that this sucked. And then we needed settings, and then finally now they implemented it correctly. They let you pick from different sets if you want to have like a competitive focus set where you can use burn cards, but it's like only a specific ones that every player gets. You can do that, or you can turn them off completely. Like it's all the right stuff. It's just that should have been a really quick update.
Yeah,
that should have been a really quick update.
Yeah, it should have. Well, that's unfortunate, but listen, the game, does it still play phenomenally?
Yeah, it's actually crazy how quickly it comes back to you. When you just hop in, and like immediately I was flying off walls and shit. And it was like, yep, still fun as shit. Like, still really enjoy it. Still crazy running around Kraber and people. It's just the matchmaking and out-of-game stuff is still not quite there. But really, it's too late at this point regardless. Titanfall 2, though.
Yeah, that's all we can hope for at this point. Great TF2 experience. Well, that's bittersweet for me.
Should check it out though. I think the rank implementation.
Yeah. I'm gonna get in it for sure. Let me see here. Xbox One price drop. All right, this is gonna be the long topic for the day. And by long, I'm hoping for like maybe 10 minutes. All right, not to toot my own horn again, but
sorry, I forgot to mention. And Mitch brought it up. The frame rate is way better now in Titanfall.
Is it? Because it's like more consistent?
It was perfectly smooth. I didn't notice any hitches at all. And we played Airbase and is it Lagoon? I think that's right. So yeah, we played like the 2 worst maps and it was fine.
All right. So
anyways, price drop.
You guys know, for those of you guys who have been long time followers of the show, been watching the show week to week, all 91 episodes. I want to say around E3, shortly before E3, I said, you know what? Listen, Connect has to go. Or maybe it already had. And I was like, they're losing. They're getting slaughtered right now in this fight. I said, Colin, they need to drop the price about $50. $350. Just go $50 under. At the time, I thought, hey, if they did it right then, they might have an opportunity to dent some sales. And that didn't happen. But then, out of nowhere, holiday season comes around and they drop it $50. At this point, though, and this is where I think the conversation needs to go, does it even matter? I don't feel like...
Of course it matters.
You think so?
Yeah. Because it's one step closer to the magical $200 mark.
$299?
Well, I'd say 200, but $299 is the other magical number.
$299 is the magical number.
$199 is when it gets crazy. $199 historically has been when sales have doubled, tripled, just at the point they get to that mark. So like it's one step closer to that, which obviously is a few years out. But even the $300 mark is also a huge budget point. And we had talked about them removing the Kinect from the SDU. But the current one that's being marked off is still the same Xbox with the Kinect, right? Like,
no, it's not.
Is it not?
It does not have the Kinect.
Okay.
No.
This is no,
it just
no
has
Kinect?
the game. Like, it comes with bundle with either Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Sunset Overdrive, surprisingly great reviews, by the way, on the single player, and Assassin's Creed Unity is the other one. And you get a controller with it. Now, here's another portion of this. if you trade in your Xbox 360 or your PlayStation 3 at a Microsoft store, they're still giving you $100 off. So if you couple $100 off after November 2nd,
Is that any model?
and what do you mean any model? $100 off any model of the Xbox, yeah.
Any model 360, I mean?
Oh, probably. I don't know.
It's like the Slim was like $199, wasn't it?
I'm not. This is the promotion that they have going. I don't know. So if you combine the $50 off plus the $100 out of Microsoft Store, you can get a brand new Xbox One and a one game for $250. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yep.
That's pretty ridiculous, guys. Now look, I think that the sales are going to go in Microsoft's favor for November and December. However, I don't feel like they're going to make up the gap that is currently going. And if this promotion ends January 3rd, then they might catch up maybe 2 million sales, maybe. I don't know. I'm ballparking. I have no idea.
You just completely threw a number out.
I just throw out any number. Who knows? But my point is, I feel like, and this is what I've kind of been reading, is that Sony's perception that they have with gamers as of right now, the player in general, is better than Microsoft's. I feel like word of mouth is probably a lot stronger for Sony than it is for Xbox. So if people are like, hey, I got such and such a game, what are you getting? Or what are you getting it on? People are saying PlayStation right now. So even if you buy an Xbox One and all your friends are on PlayStation 4, you're not going to play on Xbox One. You're going to play on PlayStation. So that $350 is likely going to be $350 in PlayStation games rather than Xbox games. I don't feel like the exclusives. Now, again, Sunset Overdrive has been getting rave reviews. People are talking about it. I don't feel like that is a system seller.
Master Chief Collection?
Master Chief Collection is a great buy. I'm getting it. I encourage you guys to get it. But I still don't know if that's big enough to sell. Until Halo 5 comes out, I don't think that's enough.
I think the beta will be enough.
You think it'll close the gap that much?
No, I'm not talking about completely closing it. Like, that's largely on Europe, which isn't going to get touched. But it doesn't really matter. Like, it's all about progress, I think, for them. You think about the PlayStation 3's lifespan. They shipped in an awful state in terms of being way behind and costing $650 at launch, I believe it was. So then they kept chipping away at it until they got to a point where they were competitive.
Right.
I feel like that's where Microsoft's at right now, is kind of that same, like, even though their price is the same or less in most places, they still need to get down, and I think this is kind of the first step for that. And then when you couple it with whatever Black Friday sales go on, it's probably going to be a really good buy for the holiday season for the huge market that haven't bought any next-gen consoles yet.
Yeah.
Which is the vast majority of people are sitting on Xbox 360 still, or on PlayStation 3s.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. I think the speculation right now and conversation has mostly been how much can they actually close the gap, and my concern is that, one, the gap is just too big right now to make up in one holiday season. That's one. The price drop isn't enough. So if they went $100 off and they got to that $299 mark, Colin, and then you went to trade in your system at a Microsoft store and they were at $199.
Yeah.
Now $250 isn't bad.
They'd be losing a lot of money.
Yeah, they'd be losing a lot of money.
The thing with the trade-in thing is it's really hard for a Christmas gift perspective. In that you can't just take your kid's Xbox and be like, sorry, someone broke into the house and stole your Xbox, so that you can give them an Xbox One later in the year, right? Like there's very few scenarios where it's like, oh, Santa took your Xbox, he's gonna work on it and bring it back for Christmas. Like it's a really hard sell,
Yeah. So I mean, look, I think that it's a great move. I think Microsoft is trying to amend all of the negative publicity that they had before the console launched, and I say shortly thereafter. They still got to work on a couple of things, especially that UI. That's really holding it back for me. Things are too slow and sluggish on the system, despite some of their updates. It's still like treacherously slow. Like it's just bad. And I'm not digging right now all of the exclusives. Now Halo's definitely, like you said, Halo is going to be a big driving factor behind a lot of the sales for the game. And then whenever we get Gears, they'll see another bump. But I started to look at the exclusives, man. Like I don't feel like there's really anything that's going to be eye popping.
Doesn't matter. There's Halo, and by all accounts, it's going to be great.
It is. It's going to be amazing. But that's it.
I haven't really looked beyond it. I know there's a few exclusives for PlayStation coming out next year, which I'm interested in. But I can't think of many Xbox ones off the top of my head.
I'm just kind of reading some of the comments right now. Is there Pino? What is there to play on PS4 that Xbox One don't have to justify me spending $399 for a PS4? So there's nothing right now for either system. That's what I mean. Like there's no exclusives. And then the ones that will eventually come out for PlayStation is probably something like The Last of Us 2. They're getting Bloodborne, Uncharted 4, which was going to be my system seller. No Man's Sky, can't forget about that one. That's like it. Like so for me, a system seller for me right now is Uncharted 4 for PlayStation 4 and No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is coming out 2015. I imagine Uncharted 4 is also going to come out 2015, but it doesn't really matter. There's only 2 games. They push updates twice a month, but the UI is still awful. Exactly the one. Mr. Monkman, Gears, Halo, Crackdown, but nothing on Gears and Crackdown. Forza Horizon 2. Joe Keller says it all comes down to next spring. It's based Sony Games will own 2015. Order 1886. Order looked good. It looked good at PAX. But it doesn't have multiplayer. So...
There's just not many exclusives nowadays.
There's not.
That's really what it boils down to.
As a developer, why would you do that? Why would you pigeonhole yourself?
It is hard. It's a bit more viable in a few years when there's more consoles sold. But like doing a next-gen exclusive right now is suicide.
As we saw.
Unless you're owned by the first party, which I think is the one case where it makes sense.
Star Wars Battlefront. 2015.
This surprised me. I'm so happy. I'm happy surprised. So it'll mean that everyone will forget about Hardline a year from now.
It won't even be a year. It'll be 6 months.
Sorry, that's right. It's gonna be 6 months. I didn't even think about that. Hardline will be coming out as they're showing the Battlefront at E3, and everyone's gonna be like, "Hold up."
How mad would you be? Look, I feel bad for you if you're going to buy Hardline. This is why. One, the game didn't feel that much different or look that much different from Battlefield 4 or 3, whatever. They're talking it up, but it looked like the same game. All right. So 3 months after that, you're going to hear news about maybe a little bit before that, maybe at PAX, which is in April, which is the next month. You might even hear a little bit. But E3, we're going to hear about Battlefront 3. Battlefront, for those of you that actually played the game, fucking amazing. Lots of Rabbit fans, just like a cult following almost, right?
Just a fun game. Like Battlefront.
It was so good, Colin actually went back to go play it not too long ago.
Yep, and it was still fun. And it didn't feel even that dated, really.
So, look, we get this holiday 2015. Now, my concern is, I think it seems like it's almost too fast.
It is kind of, right?
I'm a little concerned about the speed of this, and I want to be excited, but I'm going to be cautiously optimistic right now about Star Wars Battlefront because coming out in 2015 doesn't seem like that's a really long time.
That said, they have Star Wars resources behind this,
They do.
which is pretty much all the money you can ask for. With the movie reboot coming. When does that come out? First movie.
Next year, 2015, holiday.
Is it holiday as well?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
maybe you know what? There's probably going to be a shit ton of people on that game if the movie comes out around the same time that the game releases.
everyone gets pumped, and then Battlefront has like rave reviews. If they do well.
So even if we get a rushed game that they're going to have to patch repeatedly, it's probably still going to have a pretty large community. The bad part about this, Colin, is 2015 is probably the most stacked holiday season I have ever seen. Basically, as of right now, based on the games that are coming out, it might be the most stacked season we're ever going to get for the next-gen consoles. Ever. Like, it's crazy.
It's pretty stacked, especially for shooters, which is
So, I don't even know how I'm going to divide my time. I guess I'm going to have to go day by day and basically play a new game every day. It's going to be crazy.
be insane. It's gonna be fun.
I can't even name them all. Division, No Man's Sky, Battlefront, Halo 5. What else are we getting holiday 2015? Probably something from Sony exclusive. Another Call of Duty, right? We're going to get another Call of Duty. Battlefield, maybe? Well, since they're going to have Hardline. I don't know. We'll see.
Will we get Division?
Oh, The Division. Shit, I even forgot about that. The Division is
I
coming
just
out.
pulled up an article to scroll through.
Jeez.
You
That's
said
8
Evolve.
games.
Evolve's in March, though.
Yo, that's 8 games. Do you realize how ridiculous that is?
That's insane. I'm
8
still
games.
scroll through this list.
And Monk, yeah, I know it's Treyarch's turn for Call of Duty in 2015.
Metal Gear as well.
Metal Gear.
Oh, and the Resident Evil reboot too.
Look, y'all. Look, I'm not trying to show. Look, this is gonna be my pockets. I'm gonna be like this. That's what I got. I'm gonna be fucking broke. I'm gonna be broke 2015. Y'all better start saving up right now.
I can't save up time though.
Rainbow Six Siege? Colin, Siege?
Siege 2, shit. If that comes out, it has to.
Look, it has to come out. They've already shown it.
multiplayer focused.
Y'all,
Man,
look,
that'd be crazy.
y'all better start saving pennies right now. 2015 is the year of this. The reckoning. We're about to get we're going through the drought right now. Everybody's thirsty right now. The thirst will be quenched in 2015. It's so many games coming out 2015 now. So many games.
And I think everyone's going to start really embracing the tech and the online infrastructure side of things. Finally, because the console's been out long enough that everything's kind of solidified. I think it's going to be a huge year, especially on consoles.
Yeah, it makes sense. I can't. My mind is blown right now thinking about all the games coming out 2015.
I'm on the struggle for how I'm going to split my time between Halo 5 and Battlefront. Just those two.
Well, look,
Just those two alone is
how are
already
we gonna
like.
play? Listen,
Yeah.
how are we even gonna play the Division?
I don't know. I mean, I also don't know because they haven't actually shown what multiplayer looks like in that.
Right. I don't.
And I
Y'all,
really wanted
look.
to play. I really wanted to play Siege a bunch too.
If anybody comes up with a scheduled plan, like what your plan is for 2015, please let us know. People gonna be losing jobs. Like you gonna spend all your money, and there's people that's not gonna go to work.
I'm already thinking about maybe I should just start saving up so I can just take 4 months off.
2015 is the year of vacations.
I'll just take October through February off.
Oh man, September it starts, right? Well, technically February. February, we talked about this, I think, last week. We got Evolve.
There'll be time to
Bloodborne.
play stuff through summer, but once fall hits, it's gonna be crazy. What's funny is that I think like there's at least 4 or 5 games in there. They're all gonna try and go big on esports.
Oh, God.
You just know it. Like you can already kind of see which ones in there are gonna do it.
Sandman, 2014 tax return. Oh, man, y'all.
It wouldn't
Listen,
surprise me if some stuff gets delayed. It's bad.
It's going to have to. Like,
But-
there's no way.
But some of this stuff that already got delayed once.
But there's no way publishers, I feel like, can have a fiscal year like they're going to have in 2015. Like, they have to push stuff out to balance it out. Something is going to get pushed back.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to playing shooters next year. Or really, from the end of this year.
Elite,
Next
Elite
month.
says, I'm quitting gaming 2015. Don't have to deal with all these games.
That's the solution.
Just quit. Just retire. I'm done as a gamer. All right. But yeah, big surprise, Battlefield, holiday 2015, craziness. All right, other big thing. Colin, I'm going to let you speak to this if you can, sir.
What is it?
Can you? Halo?
I can just point people towards the thing. I think it actually, IGN's video is really good.
Okay.
Master Chief Collection showed a bunch of details for Forge. And I put the link in chat. Some pretty cool stuff, Kale. They got like basic level scripting. So you can do like buttons to open doors or create bridges or
A la Project Spark.
detonate barrels or whatever.
Are the if-then statements sequenced in very similar fashion to Project Spark?
Not really.
It's not.
It's still like a changed version of the existing Forge.
Okay.
Just with added features on top.
Okay.
They also did a lot of like natural Certified did a lot of natural terrain pieces as well, so you can actually create like large spaces that aren't just like 5x5 tiles layered on top of each other. You know.
Yeah.
So everyone seems super excited about it. Looks really good.
Nice.
And it adds to Master Chief Collection, which is already a massive package
100
of
maps.
100 plus multiplayer maps.
100
and
maps.
now we have improved Forge stuff as well.
You guys know this might. I mean,
Huge.
realistically, if Halo Master Chief Collection released as a game, like, or let's throw out the stories, right? Like, imagine Halo is one story, or a game is one story that spans 4 games, but you can play the campaign all the way up to that point, and then you had a multiplayer with 100 maps. Do you know how ridiculous
if
that
that was just
sounds?
casually a release one year? Like,
Yeah.
if you wait, hold up.
Like, people would be blown away. I would pay, like, that is, what, $240?
Yeah.
$240 of value? That sounds crazy.
I'm mostly looking forward to playing the Halo 2 campaign again. Have you seen the cutscene videos that they've released? A
I
couple of
haven't
them.
seen the cutscene videos.
They were done by Blur. I don't know if you know Blur.
Yeah.
So it's like really big visual effects house. So they redid all the cutscenes for 2, and they also did some additional work. So I'm actually kind of excited to play the Halo 2 campaign again, which I haven't played since it first came out. Like the first week. Like the first week Halo 2 came out, I played the campaign, and that was it.
You need to.
I can't wait to see that.
campaigns, dude.
I can't wait to see. I played all the Halo campaigns, I think. Yeah. I played all the Halo campaigns to completion.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't wait to see the Gravemind cutscene. All redone and super sexy.
I just want to watch Nightfall, to be honest.
Nightfall's gonna be cool too. Did you see the like sneak peek trailer stuff they've shown?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been up on it, man. It
Looks good.
Looks real good.
I'm really excited for Halo this year. Between Master Chief Collection, which only really needs to hold my attention for like a month and a half before the beta for 5 comes out, and then that's another month and a half. You know, like that's a lot of playing time for Halo between a couple weeks from now and the end of the year.
Yeah. Sandman, actually, you didn't ask about that link before you posted it, but I don't mind. It's okay. It's okay this time. But the other thing, since we mentioned Microsoft Studios right now and Halo, Gears got some stuff that they were talking about. Phil Spencer saying, "Hey, it's not going to be a remake." That's pretty big news. So we won't see some rehash stuff. It's going to be a new story, pretty much. And that's pretty much it. That's all that was said. But people were wilding out about it, though.
Are you going to title the YouTube video?
For the extra 1,000 viewers that want to tune in?
Frag Logic 91. Gears Future?
I'm not going to do that.
Just that. Don't even list subtopics.
Gears Future. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare comes out next Tuesday. Actually, if you get to day 0, comes out Monday.
Like Monday. Or if you're Optic Gaming, you're already playing it.
That's kind of... Listen, you told me that's kind of messed up, man.
I'm a little, like, as a competitor, even though I'm not even competing in the game, I'm a little salty about a whole team, they had 8 boxes playing, being able to practice for a week before the game comes out, when the first tournament is less than a month after the release date. As a competitor in me, like, I'm a little upset for people. And I haven't seen anyone else outraged for some reason. No one else is outraged. I mean, outrage isn't the word, but you know what I mean.
No, I don't know. Outrage is the word.
I'd be pretty pissed.
I would be really pissed off if we were competing for a tournament and someone got to play the game before everybody else.
Especially when it's being streamed on MLG TV, which is the league that's running the tournament. It's like, in a way, they're kind of sponsoring a team getting a 1-week advantage.
Yep.
For their tournament, which is an open. It's not even like a league thing. It's straight up like 140 team open tournament.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up, man. But when that team is bringing in all the dough,
yeah, there was 100,000 viewers today.
When the team is bringing in all the dough, you got to take that money as
Seriously,
a business.
I'd be a little upset.
Yeah,
when there's less than 4 weeks to prepare for a tournament.
It's not good. So Call of Duty had a bunch of pub this week. My camera just froze. There we go. Back. Probably frozen for you. I'm gonna reset it. I'm gonna reset it just for you. Anyway, so they got a bunch of pub. Polygon actually had this long article talking about Sledgehammer and the 2 creative binds, basically founders. Are they the founders of that studio? Sledgehammer? I guess you're not really a founder if you get pulled into something that's already pre-existing for the publisher. Anyway, the 2 heads for the studio behind it kind of talked about the game. I read like half of the article today. It's a pretty long one. Some interesting stuff in there, talking about their relationship with each other and how the game kind of came to be. One of the things that I guess is really interesting about Call of Duty, and this is how the story was painted, is it's basically like it has to reinvent itself, right? Like every year, mostly for the most part, year over year, they're losing people, and so I think with this game we're gonna see if what people are saying, I would say probably the vast minority of people are saying, is that Call of Duty needs to change. I think we're going to actually see if that is going to hurt or help the franchise. I don't know what's going to happen. I am cautiously, anticipating some major backlash because I've just seen that before. I mean, there was a couple games you guys might know that changed. There's a couple games that changed up the flow and people weren't happy about it. I don't see that going well, but hey, you never know, right? Like,
I wouldn't even. Yeah. Okay. I assume you're referring to COD 3 initially, which wasn't really changing the flow as much as adding on to the flow.
Was it?
You could say COD 4 changed the flow
for the better.
Yeah. Because COD 3 sucked.
Well, there's some other games. Halo Reach, right? Gears Judgment, Halo 4 to some extent. There's some games that changed up the flow that people didn't like. Communities, respective communities didn't like. So, we'll see. I just feel like
Source. Ooh.
yeah, that's a good
Counter-Strike
point.
Source.
That is a good point. There's
It's almost always been negative, actually, when you think about it.
I mean, look, that's what's interesting about, gamers and gaming culture is like people say they want stuff different, right? Like change it up. Change it up. Change it up. Please change it up. You gave me the same game for, 5 straight. Change it up. And then when they change it up, they're like, "This fucking sucks. Why'd you do that? That's a dumb decision."
That said, COD 4 definitely changed it up. Everyone piled on.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just gotta accept it. I don't know. I think that kind of, Colin, I think that kind of plays into the Metacritic scores, though, man.
We'll see. I was watching the gameplay. It still looked like COD to me. Like, a lot of the movement stuff is, like, outside combat. You know what I mean? And then if you do it in combat, then you just die. From what I've seen.
I mean, in the trailer, they showed what happens if you double jump over someone's head.
That's never going to happen.
Colin, they show what happens. If you double jump over someone's head, they're going to keep running forward, and you're going to be able to shoot them in the back. I saw it.
It could also be the way that the pro players were playing that I was watching. But they never tried to move in combat for the most part. Unless they were already screwed. It wasn't like Titanfall.
Colin, I saw how it works, man.
It's more like Destiny without teleport.
Hey, what you trying to say?
Trying to say that Destiny doesn't allow for lots of movement options in combat without teleport.
What you trying to say, Colin?
I'm saying what I see.
Call me out. The other thing I want to mention real quick is that Walmart is now selling used games, which was just announced.
We talked about
even
it
know
a
if
few
this-
months ago, right?
Yeah, I don't even know if this is really going to matter, but apparently GameStop is not worried. They said, what's good for us is that Walmart embraces this. It legitimizes our business and basically makes it strong. I'm paraphrasing here. Makes it stronger. So Walmart, trading your games. Trading your games at Walmart.
Cool.
I feel like Walmart is gonna have the most like games that come with like traded in games that are like half a disc or like someone
Scratched
puts
up,
in-
or someone
scratched
messed
up.
with the label, or they used a label maker to label some CD. Yeah.
Yeah, or they'll take like a paper copy of it and put it in the disc and they give it to them and trade it in, and like the Walmart employees would just look at it and think that was the game, and then
I
you
have to
open up your
admit,
disc.
I was kind of part of the problem. You remember how often I traded my controller back in at Walmart?
It has slow turn.
I'd get
I want a new one.
I get a new 360 controller like every 2 or 3 weeks.
It has slow turn.
And usually it did. But sometimes it was just like, not feeling this controller. We just lost a match.
Yeah, True Color, it is it is select Walmarts. Of the 3,600 stores, it is 1,700.
That's
so
half.
Was about half. Yeah, a little less than half.
And yeah, they do still sell PlayStation 2 games for $30. So there's that.
Craziness.
I imagine at those stores they'll have shit on point.
So that's pretty much it for the show. We got Marvel. Marvel. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to move this.
With the
What do you want to
Metacritic
call this?
thing, too.
Marvel Phase 3? What's that?
We have Metacritic as well.
Oh yeah, let me link that.
We want to close on the videos, on the movie stuff.
Okay. So here's the link, posted by Polygon. There's this decline in 2007 that they're trying to account for. Nobody knows. I think it's on Reddit right now. People speculating about what happened in 2007. Colin, I think, and I pretty much kind of agree, but Colin mentioned this first. Console wars was a thing, right? Which is pretty rabid.
More so than other points. I feel like in 2007, everyone was really negative on the console they didn't own.
Yeah.
Like, really negative. Wouldn't surprise me if that kind of trickled down to reviewers.
Could be. The bad thing about it is like once this trend started, like you look at the user reviews and user reviews for games, like people continually shit on games on Metacritic from a user perspective.
And yeah, like the interesting thing is that prior to 2009, 2010, users were consistently above the critics.
Yep. So look, my speculation is that in 2009 we saw a boom in YouTube gaming stuff, and YouTube is run by gamers. I mean, that's the community of gamers, right? Like, none of the press sites are top. I mean, they all have their whatever subs that they get, but they're not the top dogs, and everyone's attention is diverted between multiple opinions. Some people look at Angry Joe stuff and be like, I'm not going to listen to another review unless it's an Angry Joe review. By the way, his reviews are pretty good.
Pretty good.
So, you know, you have people that will basically on YouTube not hold back their comments about a game, and they have the trust, I think, of players a lot more so than some gaming site that's been pumping out, this game got an 8, and then when you play it, you're like, what? This game is hot garbage, right? Like, we got that a lot for years and years and years, and games didn't match up, I think, with what people kind of were. Despite what that Metacritic says, like, I feel like I stopped looking at reviews like when I was like 16 or 17, and at that point I was just like, I'm gonna just look at a game, maybe rent it, determine if I want to buy it, and then I'll buy it. And that was at the time when my mom was buying games, so it was like I could only get like 1 or 2 games, and they had to be the right choice, because I would either have to trade it in, get less money back, or bite the bullet and just play that game. So at some point I just started to be informed purchaser, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It'd be really interesting to compare the data from Metacritic with data from other review sites, and also for like movies and music. Because it seems like IMDb is kind of, I think, the equivalent for movies, and it seems like modern movies like get really high ratings sometimes. So I don't know. Like, it seems like maybe gaming is, or Metacritic users in general, are maybe more on the negative side. I don't know.
yeah,
I also imagine that internet commenting in general boomed from 2008, 2011. Like,
Yeah.
I think the amount of people commenting on things online and actively going online every day has just grown a lot over the last 7 or 8 years. So I think that's also probably a major factor. It's just there's more people. So like the boulder that starts rolling with negative comments just starts rolling harder and harder.
yeah.
Which I think is usually the case. I don't know. It's really interesting to look at the graph and just kind of wonder, because it very sharply drops off all of a sudden, which is the most interesting thing to me in 2007.
Just boom, and
It's
stays
like
there.
A straight 10 drop in percentage points average.
Just stays. So either way, that graph is very interesting to kind of speculate on what exactly is going on with gamer mentality.
Someone in the
User.
comments speculated the housing bubble, by the way, and when the economy tanked.
Tanked? That's a good. That's
Which
a good
again
theory
would
as
be
well.
interesting if you compared it to movies and stuff at the same time.
Right. Interesting. All right, let's see here. Last thing we got. What do I have up? Marvel Phase 3 and comic movie Barrage. So we got the movie schedule. Is this link that you have? No, this is Superman.
No, if you take that link right there, that's the schedule for all of them. So like straight up all the superhero movies on one image. And then the first link, this one here, is the Phase 3 stuff.
Okay. What the hell? That is the most retarded thing I've ever seen. Alright, so that apparently is the timeline.
That's the Metacritic one you just posted.
Oops. I have to open these up separately. And my own little thing. Whoops, I didn't grab the... There we go.
I could just put them in chat.
Yeah, I'm opening them up separately. You get this other one?
Yeah.
What's up, Hutchie? Phase 3 has been announced, and it's everything. Everything you could want. Captain Marvel, Black Panther, Inhumans, and most incredibly, a 2-part Avengers, Infinity War. That's the first line of this IO9. So
Now it's
Captain
saying I'm
America,
not logged in. Oh, Twitch.
Captain America 3 Civil War on May 6th, 2016. Doctor Strange on November 4th, 2016. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 on May 5th, 2017. Thor 3 Ragnarok on July 28th, 2017. Black Panther on November 3rd, 2017. Is that the Black Panther right there?
So where it showed their concept? Yeah.
Yeah. Captain Marvel on July 6th, 2018. Inhumans on November 2nd, 2018. Avengers Infinity War Part 1 in May 2018. Avengers Infinity War Part 2 in May 2019. Lots and lots and lots and lots of movies. Now, look, Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy blew me away, but I'm just not. Some of these I'm just not interested in seeing. Like, in the slightest.
You will be, though.
Right. I'm going to be hyped to see it because everyone that's around me is going to be like, oh, you got to go see that new movie. It's from Marvel. Marvel just shits gold right now. Everything they release is just awesome.
I think it's a bit of a buzzkill when you announce all your movies coming out for the next 6 years.
It is.
Like, really kills the surprise and suspense.
What is Inhumans? I'm not sure what that one is.
Yeah, I read up a little bit on it. I hadn't heard of it either. I recommend just Googling it.
Can we get a Blade 4 or nah? I think they're done with that.
I think Blade 2 killed Blade forever. I don't know how a third one ever saw the light of day.
What do you mean? They had to. Trilogy.
They really didn't.
Had to.
That was
So
the
Marvel
worst.
needs diversity?
The worst movie from Del Toro, I think, was Blade 2.
I think the big thing that we saw was, like, once they had Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, he blew up the spot, right? And they couldn't have him as the focal point, so I feel like they have to, like, throw shit everywhere to kind of take the attention away from Downey. That's what I personally feel like.
I mean, they needed to diversify for a while now.
Yeah.
Both from an actor's point of view, but also just from a keeping it interesting kind of point of view. And Marvel has hundreds of possible ways to go with it because of all the comic spinoffs.
Yep. So, I mean, look, I am hyped for Infinity Wars, but seeing that it's not coming out till 2018 and 2019, I'm like, really? I don't want to see the lead up all the way to then. I don't. I just want to watch the movie now.
I need to wait 2 years for my next, or 3 years for my next Thor movie.
Why is it so far out? That's the other thing I don't understand. Why is Thor so far out?
Because
That
they have to
doesn't make sense.
do Doctor Strange, they have to do
But
Captain
why?
America, and they have to do Ant-Man.
Why are we getting a third Captain America before we get a third Thor?
I don't know. Watching the Captain America movies. I know the last one was supposed to be pretty good, but that character...
It's good. You didn't see it?
No.
It's good, but again, Captain America or Thor.
It's the worst. But yeah, if you look at the timeline in the... try this link again. Why does it show me as Justin Van... Whatever. Whatever. I put the link in chat.
What up, Pot Even?
There's 10 comic book movies in 2017. Already planned. Already announced. 10! 10! That's way too much. That's a new comic book movie almost every month. And there probably will be, in the end, one every month. That's insane. By the time they finish this storyline with in 2019, everyone's gonna be sick of comic book movies. I'm calling it.
I don't.
They're gonna be sick.
I just want to see Infinity. I want to see the conclusion.
Yeah, it's still going to sell really well for the final movies. But man, people will be sick of it. And then you have to figure that Star Wars is also going to be in here. Like, these all can't be blockbusters. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, there can't be a blockbuster movie every 3 weeks.
There can be.
They can't. DC's doing stuff. DC is actually in the chart which I posted from Comics Alliance. So, like, that's everything there.
I just want to see Thanos get his ass whooped.
I kind of want him
first.
I kind of
First,
want him to because I think he looks badass.
Because look, this is what's gonna happen. Part 1, he's gonna beat the shit out of everybody, just beat their ass. That's why they have to have a part 2, because then people have the heroes have to rise from the ashes of their humiliation and overcome. That's why I'm calling it. He's gonna whoop their ass, and I like seeing that. I like seeing with when Superman got his ass whooped by Doomsday. That was awesome.
He looks so badass as Thanos, too. Looks so badass.
So, did you actually link the?
I don't know if it put it in there or not. He keeps calling me Justin fan number whatever. Like, it's not recognizing my name.
What do you mean it's not recognizing your name?
So I just put a link in chat. Did you see it?
No, I don't see it.
Yeah, because for me it says Justin fan, blah, 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 blah. That's my username. It's done it before. Like, I don't know what the hell it's supposed to be.
Why are you Justin fan?
I don't know. It says there's special accounts for users that are not logged into Twitch that will connect to the chat servers and view chat. They cannot talk, so any message you send as one will not be seen by anyone, but it still shows your name.
That's weird. Carrington says DC grabbed Will Smith. For what?
For what?
I mean, Will Smith for what? Hancock? Hancock 2?
God. Like, man, superhero movies are blowing up. Let's get Hancock back.
Yo, Hancock made 100 million, man. Can't say nothing. That's the power of Will Smith.
Wasn't Will Smith supposed to be in the new Old Boy too? But he wasn't.
He was. He turned it down.
And then they took Josh Brolin.
Yeah. Oh, Christy wants to show the pumpkin. Yeah, they can see it. I think.
Is it a pirate?
Is it a pirate? It's a kitty cat pirate.
It's hard to see the details. See the sword though, cutlass. Did you try to grab it from the top, Kale? You tried to grab it from the top. It's a Tux pirate.
Tux pirate.
It's a little less spazzy.
Will Smith is Superman? God, if Will Smith was Superman, I go watch it every time. They could release 20 Supermans in a row. I'll go see all of them.
You would. That'd be awful. That'd be awful.
So that's pretty much it for the show. We can take some questions and stuff. Q&A sesh. Q&A sesh. Christy is the creative half of our two minds. I am not. She's very artistic. Did you miss the AW stuff? Yeah, you missed the little that we talked about as Squid. PS4 share play. I think it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I can't beat this. You log in for me and play.
What if you could make money?
Oh, they bring back those T2 lessons, man. T2 tips. That's what I'd be calling it. The Arctic tips. Give me the tip jar. I'll beat the game for you. The thing is, though, they would expect performances. Like, can you beat this and unlock this achievement?
Yeah, and you charge by the minute.
People would get scammed so. Oh God, it's gonna happen, Colin. Oh man, why did I even think about that? People
Charged
are
by
gonna
the
get
minute.
scammed so hard. Oh, you want me to beat that for you? Sure.
Titanfall co-op. Why? Because they have more people playing co-op right now than they do attrition. That's why. Because people
Game
like
is-
playing. People like playing horror. People like playing co-op.
Yep.
Same thing happened in Gears.
Thoughts on Dying Light dropping last gen versions?
I think they just couldn't get it running. But it's good they didn't compromise the next gen version in order to get it running. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
How was Florida? Chokeller? Florida was nice, man. It was a really short trip. I mean, I got there Friday early afternoon, and then I was out of there Monday morning. I think it's always great meeting people. So, I got to meet Rabbit Tricks very briefly. He bounced out. It was like, fuck y'all, I'm out of here. Then I had to send him a text like, dude, man, why you leave so quick? Like, I thought you wanted to talk some.
He already left. He can't even defend himself.
It's okay. I'll call him out again on Twitter. Any idea of something comparable to PlayStation Remote Play is coming to Xbox?
Don't think so. I don't know if
I don't want
Microsoft has
that.
the. I don't know if Microsoft has the tech.
God damn it, I don't want that.
Telling you, man, gotta make money.
Don't play my fucking games for me. Most anticipated Halo 2 remake map. I have no midship.
It's not an H2A.
I don't know. I don't really have a most anticipated. I'm looking forward to playing them all equally. When am I getting my PS4? Sadly, when Call of Duty drops.
Next week,
Yep.
you're getting it on Monday
I don't know if it's going to be on Monday or
or
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Are you getting it for? You're only getting it for PlayStation?
I don't know. I might get it for Xbox too.
No, we're on the Xbox One. Yeah,
I might get it for Xbox One also.
I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. I think I'm gonna wait a week. Unless people are like raving on it on the first day, we'll see.
Well, look, Christy likes playing Call of Duty. It's one of the few games that I can actually force her to play. She'll play it. Actually, I don't even have to force her. Let me stop. She'll just play it. She played it on the Wii.
That's
That's how
funny.
much she'll play Call of Duty. She played it on the Wii.
I won't be able to wait a week.
Wow.
I have pretty strong resolve when it comes to buying things.
Wow.
We'll see.
Or you just flat out forget, like John Wick.
No, I remember that. I just haven't.
No, you
gone.
didn't. Did you remember about Mike Tyson Mysteries? Came out yesterday.
Shit. No, I didn't remember that one.
Yeah, I gotta watch it too. I flew in and forgot. I was like dead yesterday. And we did the raid. Can you let me share play when you get COD? No. 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 Any more questions? I think that's it.
Okay, the premiere's online.
Are you fucking serious?
Do you want to watch it right now?
Yes,
Can you watch it right now?
probably.
Just transition right into a Mike Tyson Mysteries viewing party.
But wait, hold on. We have to sign off.
All right, yeah.
Sign off. All right. Oh man, that's disrespectful, Colin. Hey, people. he gave you the quick salute. Oh man, that's just.
Mike Tyson Mysteries is waiting.
All right, you two. We're gonna watch some Mike Tyson mysteries. We will see you guys next week, 9 p.m.